Namaste and welcome to the 8th of March, first and foremost, in the year 2026. We're going to be looking into the numerology of the day, the energy that we are sensing already today, and of course, the coming week. I have been guided to bring 3 decks today. I have the Good Tarot, I have the Rumi Oracle, and I have the Divination of the Ancients here. That really called to me. That was the first deck that wanted to participate today. Ever since I woke up, I've had this specific feeling, and I will be going into that. But let's start with the numerology. So the number 8 is the day. There's something about manifestation. There's something about unity. There's something about oneness, or the oneness of you and that which you want to manifest. It also connects to, in numerology, wealth. But we have to also remember it's happening in the 3rd month. And 8 plus 3 is an 11. I looked at my phone at 11:11 and I was like, that's portal energy. I wonder what that's about. Well, today is a number 11 day with just the month and the date. So the 11 here is symbolizing this energy that wants to elevate us into a different perspective, maybe higher perspective, or just different perspective. But the 11 is portal, but it also connects very much to the elevation or transcendence. It's happening in the 10th universal year, which means today is the number 21 day. In the Tarot, it connects to the world / the universe, which is the last card in the major arcana. That represents a finalization of something, so we can begin the new. There is an energy that wants to close up things, close the door to something and open it to something new. But there's also the bringing back together, as in that which was left behind, which was not meant to be left behind, is coming together. I had this urge when I woke up today to reach out to my family. And when I spoke to my dad and his wife, they told me how my 2 cousins, who just lost their dad, my uncle, in late December, came to see them yesterday on a matter of inheritance and, all the not so interesting stuff. But they ended up spending 6 hours there and feeling connected to family again. Since they lost their dad, they have this urge to reconnect with his family or get even closer into it. My 2 cousins have always been a bit in the periphery of our family on my dad's side, and now there's this coming together. There's this, we want to connect. And that's very much the feeling I myself woke up with this morning, that there is this energy that wants to reach out. Maybe you're the one reaching out, maybe other people are reaching out to you. There is a coherence, a force of coherence, a force of connection, a force of oneness, a force of that elevating a perspective, elevating consciousness into a higher realm, higher dimensional reality where these things can happen. So even if it's people that we have had our differences with, maybe arguments, maybe even cut them off, there is this energy of, if that wasn't really meant to happen long term, today is when it starts to come back together, and you might feel the urge, or other people might feel the urge to reach out to you. Maybe that's also why I was really pulled towards this deck today, because it connects us to where we come from. It connects to the ancient wisdom of those who came before us. In that context, Melissa, my daughter, spent yesterday watching a documentary, 4 episodes on Netflix about dinosaurs and the age of the dinosaurs, their beginning and their end. Again, which concludes the energy that I am really in today with the number 21 day. A conclusion, something coming to an end, an understanding of an era coming to an end, a time or an age that is being finalized in this moment. And often it is like this, when we feel a conclusion, something coming to an end, it can feel harsh, might be a bit scared, and that might initiate the desire to reach out to that which is stable. So what is stable, or what do you wish to be stable? Like, where's your stability? That means that we're going to need some serious grounding today. And at the same time, we also have to understand that there's no elevation without grounding. We need our feet solidly placed on the ground so we can rise even higher. Fact is, we can't bring all the beautiful data, all the information back with us into the physical if we do not ground before we elevate, before we transcend into higher dimensions. So that's what we'll be focusing on as well. There is this energy like after the full moon, which was quite intense, I might add. I did not sleep for 2 days. Like, it was intense. So what was it about this full moon that really put us under pressure? It is that which connects to the change of perspective in February, and it is about the death and rebirth happening here in March. So we have to change our perspective so we can let go, so we can surrender to the new that wants to come in during March, that which wants to be born. You might feel it in your life as an exact rebirth of your being, but in reality, what is that which has prevented you from living life as you has to die, so that you, in all of your glory, in all of your power, can come forth and shine bright. There is this, like I mentioned last Sunday, when we reach the middle of the month, when I will be doing the next union spread, I might add, that's going to be on Sunday, we get a sudden shift in the energy, which is going to be a bit harsher than what we've experienced thus far. So that's why we need that extra stability. We need that extra grounding. We need those people around us that we can trust, that we can rely on to keep us safe and to keep us, again, there's something about solidity. There's something about being solid. So when we are exposed to harsh energies, harsh environments, we're still safe, like in the eye of the storm. There has to be a place where we can find peace and calm in the midst of everything that we have to work our way through. Whatever your conclusion is, whatever you are finalizing, I want to say it probably has a lot to do with everything you thought you were, so that you can be born as everything you are meant to be. And when I say meant to be, I mean what is divinely born in you, what is divinely given to you, your gifts. And all morning I've also had this that kept coming back again and again and again about, why is it important to know the energy? Why am I even doing these videos when all of my focus really goes to women and how women may blossom and flourish in their femininity? Because a big part of being a woman, a female, holding the feminine energy, we need to know what lies ahead. We need to have some kind of foresight into what is coming. Why? Because when we are women, we also have this maternal energy, which is all about protecting our young ones, protecting our children, or protecting children around us, protecting family members, maybe even protecting our partner through giving him an introduction to the foresight that we have. So there's something about awakening the feminine energy to flourish in her foresight, in her ability that are clairvoyant, clairaudient, and everything that she is meant to know beforehand. However she gets it, claircognizant, clairsentient, clairvoyant, and clairaudient. All of that in one big pile. She's introduced to the energy, and it's important that she understands how to read it, how to understand it, so that she can support her environment. So, that's why I'm sharing this. It is not only as, how can I put this? It is not only because I just want to feed you something, but it's because I want to emphasize the importance of the feminine empowerment through this sense of identity of connecting with the energy and understanding them, being able to read the energies around us, because it is a feminine foundation in life. So, without further ado, the Divination of the Ancients is the first deck that wanted to be read today, so I will be doing that. Clear, let's see what the Divination of the Ancients have in store for us. Let's see. Thank you. Yeah. Wheel of Fortune, also called Fate. Here it is. And the card says, the Wheel of Fortune can raise you high or bring you low. You may feel like the luckiest person alive when all is going your way, but when a blow strikes, it can feel like the end of the world. That's also pretty much the energy of the number 21, the world or the universe. It is that which is coming together. So a wheel, just like the Wheel of Fortune. And it continues. Now, La Rue du Fortune asks you to be completely indifferent to both victory and defeat. If you live by this rule of acceptance, you will master the teachings of fate, who can be both an unjust and cruel goddess, as well as a fair and generous one. Get your reactions in check and realize that the wheel has spun you into lessons designed for your learning, understanding, and spiritual growth. When you envy someone else who rides high, know everything can change with the spin of the wheel that propels you to the same dizzying heights. Jealousy and envy are useless emotions. Your turn will come. What goes around comes around. It's how you deal with an outcome that's important. There are lessons to be learned. This is part of your soul's journey. Enjoy the ride. Very, very important message of today. But I also felt like Rumi had something to tell us today. So, clear. I will be pulling a card from that deck as well. And we'll see what it... Okay, that was the one. Thank you. We get Passion for Purpose, number 2. Passion for Purpose. A beautiful card. Very, very pink. Let's see. Passion for Purpose. And as you know, if you remember it, it's a very, very long text that goes with each card. So I'm just going to go to where my awareness and consciousness wants to take me. But always the poem. And here it says, love like life flows through the heart. Feel the thrill of the flow and say nothing. Do you yearn to find your way? To fulfill your divine destiny? To know the purpose for your presence within this sacred body of the Earth Mother? Your heart is questioning for deeper meaning. It desires certainty as to your sacred tasks for this lifetime. Your heart wants to know why you were born, for what purpose. you must know that the answer to these questions is love. I bring you your answer, straight from the heart of the universe. Be wild within your passion. Do that which stirs your soul, even when it makes you uncomfortable. Especially then, for what is being truly alive, if not a decision to be open instead of resistant, to be wild rather than comfortable, so that at any moment we will be ready for the invitation of the divine beloved to come closer. I call to you now, the you that is beyond your mind, the you that the heart knows, the you that cannot deny life. To that you, I ask this question. What stirs the passion of your nature? Do that. Be that. Which is very much in alignment with what I said, that this today is opening the door to let that which has prevented you from being you die, let it go, to be born anew as a clean slate where you can be everything that you are meant to be in this life. Beautifully connected. Like sometimes I don't even have to make these long videos. I've already said it once, but I'm definitely getting support and not necessarily clarification, but like an emphasis on what's been said. The cards are usually just saying the exact same thing, and I love that. Wow, okay. This is powerful what we get right here. Let's see. At the bottom of the deck, we have 9 of Fire. Let me see, I only have to lift up one card, of course. Do you see how she is burning away all of the old? The 9 of Fire, it's like she's holding a string of stars, and as they burn, they fly off as little moths or fireflies. The 9 of Wands, or 9 of Fire, is talking about the strife and the struggle. And in this, the Good Tarot, it's all about letting that go. Let those wands fall. Don't fight, don't resist. Let all the old be burned away so you get your wings to fly. Then we get the Page of Water, but most significantly is we get the Wheel of Fortune, and actually we get it twice today. So, and it does connect to purpose. But first we get the Page of Water. The Page of Water brings news about the new you, the new that wants to come out. Like, just look at this card, right? There's a childlike person here that is kind of, the interesting thing is I actually see a fish on top of this child's head. But if you look at, it doesn't have legs, it's a mermaid. It has a tail. So the head of the fish and the tail of the fish, but with arms, so like a mermaid, something adventurous, something that you are in the becoming of, something that is new. It doesn't have many years in you. You might have been made aware of it like between 8 and 10 years ago, about something that you know about yourself, but that hasn't really had the time to become an adult, and it hasn't really had time to mature in you, and now it wants to move. But when you're moving through water, when you're moving through your emotions, legs are not as good to have as a fish tail, because then you will move faster. And in this case, there is a faster movement emotionally when you know how to maneuver in your own feelings. To have the head of a fish is very much about short-term memory, which is all it has. It has absolutely no long-term memory at all. It does not carry anything old. It releases it to experience everything anew. If I remember correctly, a goldfish has about a minute memory. So it can swim around in a fishbowl, or not even maybe we're talking seconds here. And it's swimming around in a fishbowl and it sees this little bush or whatever, seaweed in it and goes, woo, seaweed. Takes another turn and sees it again and goes, woo, seaweed. Like we see in Nemo, right? And it's like we need that kind of memory. We need to let go of the old so we can become new every second. There is this energy about, like, again, the mermaid is a fairy tale, a myth. And sometimes it's also the illusion of who we think we are, so we can become who we actually are. And now I want to take you into Disney again, to Ariel, the mermaid, right? She gets her legs on land. And she thinks that she wants to live that kind of physical life, but what she really wants is the combination. Because she can't give up everything that she is. And you're not asked to give up everything that you are. You're asked to figure out how to do both. How to both be in your emotions as well as being grounded at the same time. So not be swept away by your emotions, but to ground yourself with them. So don't get overwhelmed by emotions. So ground yourself. And don't let them possess you, but let them teach you. And again, the emphasis on the Wheel of Fortune is very much about this. How everything is a constant flow. And it's not necessarily a flux, but there is this flow. Everything has a beginning and everything has an end. So what is ending for you and what's beginning? Don't get caught up in your mind about it. Don't get caught up in your mind, and don't get caught up in the 5 of Earth here, which is very much about this energy of you get caught up in your mind about concerns about what if in the material world, like money-wise, maybe home, job. In the Thoth Tarot, the 5 of Pentacles, which is here, 5 of Earth, is called fate. I think it's failure. No, that's the 7 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles is this energy of disappointment, like, how can I move beyond this? And I want to say that I started with talking about the manifestation of the number 8 today. There is this energy of when we get caught up in our heads and we don't allow the adventure to be moved by what we're feeling, then we're not being moved in the right way. So the more we can let go of, don't get caught up in your head, because it says we might get caught up in our heads when things are coming to an end and new things are starting to happen and we're like, I can't keep up, I'm overwhelmed emotionally, can't do this. But you have to find that which in you that wants to mature emotionally, that wants to become the new you. And instead of being caught up in your mind and in your thought processes, let it be a balance point. Let yourself know that, okay, my emotions are here and my earth is here, I can ground. Don't get into this, what if I can't make it energy? Because that is what it is when you get caught up in your head. You're going to think that you don't know how to manifest these things. You have all of these desires, like the Wheel of Fortune says. You have all of this that you're meant to attract into your life, but you're the only one preventing it from coming in. You're not in alignment with it. You're being brought into alignment with it. So let go of the negative thoughts that are keeping you from it. Let go of that. Let go of the being possessed or overwhelmed by your emotions. Ground yourself. And don't fear, don't fret what you don't know. anything about anyways. It's about how we worry, how we get caught up in the what if. Let that be burned away. Get out of the cave, burn all of the old stuff away that's preventing you from living that beautiful life that you're meant to. Yeah. The 10 plus the 2 plus the 5 equals 17. That is the star. Again, the energy today and this coming week is the star. Be open to receive. Be receptive. That which you want wants you back. So, I'm going to invite you into a short meditation where, like, I was looking at my beautiful glass box packed with crystals, and every single crystal that attracted my energy today was everything that's deep orange, brown, so the lower chakra is very much about grounding energy. I've already been in my garden and I took out the old stuff like leeks and everything that was that has withered through the winter. And I'm going to be planting like new seeds next weekend probably. And I was up prepping for that. And we're going to be doing the same thing. Like, we need to prep. And the preparation consists of grounding. So I invite you in to close your eyes and go inside. And as always, create a bowl with your hands where you can hold the energy and let it like twirl and spin within you. Hold it close. It's yours. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through the mouth. And we do a couple more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time. And now find stillness. And find relaxation, where you start to relax in like the top of your head, your crown chakra. And let that energy of relaxation like fall down over your entire body, where you relax your forehead and your jaws, your throat, your back, your front, your hips, your thighs and your knees, and your lower legs and your feet. Remember the breathing to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. If you have any worries, concerns, anxiety, fear to let go of, then you sigh on each exhalation. So you inhale through the nose and fill up your tummy and go, relax. Now focus on your feet. And you might need to wiggle your toes a little. But pay attention to the soles of your feet and your toes on the floor or the ground, wherever you are. And now pull energy up from the core of Mother Earth. She's inviting you to use her light, and you bring that beautiful white light up through the soles of your feet, up through your ankles and your lower legs, up through your knees, up through your thighs, your hips, and now see it gathering, coming together into oneness of light in your root chakra. And let it sit there. See the energy of your root chakra, the wheel that is red, and see it spinning clockwise. And when you feel ready, when it is ready, the energy to move higher up, you can do that. Where it can travel to the sacral chakra, your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your third eye, and your crown chakra, and up and out through the top of your head, out through the crown chakra and into heaven, where the golden light now pours down over you and through you. So you're being speared by the white light from Mother Earth and the golden light of heaven, which is both protecting you and strengthening you. It is reminding you of your own divinity. And as it enters your crown chakra, your third eye, your throat chakra, your heart chakra, your solar plexus, your sacral and your root, and it now falls down through your legs, out through the soles of your feet and into Mother Earth. You are being reminded of your own divinity with the golden light, cleansed with the white light of Mother Earth to prep you for it, clearing the slate that is you, an empty board to be written or painted on. But there is this memory of you. You're sensing it in every cell of your body, in every emotion, in every intention, in every motivation. You're being guided by the divine. And there's a message to you, to all of us today. And it says, how lucky you are to have been born. How lucky you are to be you. How lucky the world is to have you here. How lucky are we? Everything that you're meant to manifest, you can sense that around your aura field right now, and it wants to come in. And again, don't be overwhelmed. Just see it, and see that which wants to approach you first. What is it that wants to come into your life as the first manifestation on this next path, or these next steps that are yours? What wants to manifest for you? Remember that you are guided, you are being helped and supported, but you have to take the first steps and move towards it as well. That is how you show that you're inviting and you're ready and you're welcoming it in. So whatever is within your sphere of control, allow it, do it, and be it. And slowly you can open your eyes and come back. See, it doesn't take a whole lot to do a meditation. You don't need 20 minutes. All you need is a few minutes of focus. All you need is to connect with Mother Earth and the divine light from heaven. All you need is to connect to your chakras and feel into them, how they're doing. Today we had a focus on the root chakra. Beneath your feet you have the Earth star, and it's calling you as well. That is from which every storm can come, and you will stand. You might sway, but you're not moving an inch. You are rooted and you're grounded. So connect to your Earth star and your root chakra this coming week. You're going to need it. The Wheel of Fortune is spinning for you. You get it twice. And it's all about your passion for purpose. Be ready to be moved, but in a good way. And keep solid on your feet. Connect with your Earth star and your root, and you will be fine. I wish you a beautiful week, a powerful one, in the energy of the Wheel of Fortune. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.